If you have extremely textured skin like me, here's how to make it look smooth and filtered with a soft glam look. Hi everyone, it's Smitha. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be giving you several tips and tricks along the way to get the perfect flawless complexion with a soft glam look. So if you're ready, let's begin. I'm going to be starting with the Elmis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Pads. As you can see clearly, it says this is to smooth out the skin. So what does this exactly do? Basically, it's a skin exfoliator. Unlike other exfoliants, it's very mild, so you can use it every single day. It lifts the dead cells that's sitting on the top layer of your skin and supports your skin's natural cell turnover for a radiant complexion. So over time, you can see your wrinkles and pores and fine lines and dullness in your skin fade away. Next, I'm going to be using a gel moisturizer with niacinamide because I want to lock in that moisture. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream, and the reason it's important to heavily moisturize your skin is because a lot of time we don't realize that texture we have on our skin could be because of dryness. While you keep hydrating your body, it's also important to hydrate your skin as well using a fabulous moisturizer. Although this moisturizer is one of my favorites, it's absolutely amazing. It's also pricey. So if you want drugstore options, I would highly recommend CeraVe as well as Aveeno. Both are absolutely fabulous. Another thing that's really going to smooth out your skin is a smoothing primer. And the one that I'm going to be using today is the One Size Secure the Blur Primer. Usually smoothing primers are silicone based, and they usually say on them, they'll say pore filling primer, line filling primer, or blurring and smoothing primer on them. And as it says, it's going to fill in all the pores, all the fine lines, and smooth out the texture of your skin before you apply makeup over it. So the texture becomes less visible as the makeup flows smoothly on your skin. I like to first focus this in areas where I have those fine lines and pores and gently massage it in to fill it in before I use it gently on the rest of my face. If you have textured skin, rather than going with a full coverage foundation that can look cakey and sometimes can even dry out your skin, use a medium coverage foundation and then build it up as needed. One of my favorites medium coverage foundations is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is again medium coverage, and I'm using the shade 300, which is medium neutral. The reason I like to use medium coverage foundation as opposed to full coverage is I first apply the medium coverage foundation and then use a little extra to build up only in areas where I feel like I need that extra coverage. I just apply a little bit more foundation and spot blend. As you can see, I never really apply foundation under my eyes because I leave that area for concealers. On the same lines, if you have hyperpigmentation or dark circles like me, rather than using a color corrector first and then layering it with a concealer, which can again make it cakey, try this trick. Take a little bit of peach corrector and then mix it with your favorite concealer. What that does to the concealer is while maintaining the tone of the concealer, it changes the undertone to peach. While the concealer now conceals your dark circles, it's also going to cancel out the blue and purple undertones because it's got a peach undertone now. That looks fantastic. So instead of layering two products, you're mixing them in to make it one layer. For adding warmth to my face, I'm loving this drugstore product. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster, which is actually, I guess, needs to be used on your eyes, but I use it as a bronzer on my face. And because you can hold it like a crayon or a pen, it's so easy to draw with it. But today I'm going to be using a brush because we are going for that softer glam look. So I'm going to use a brush to blend it out on my face. But I also want to show you how to use it as a crayon on your face. So I'm going to chisel my jawline. It's so easy to use it when you can hold it like a pen or a pencil. I'm going to quickly blend this out. And because you can hold it like a pen, it's also very easy to contour your nose. I just like to apply a couple dots on the sides and quickly blend it out with my finger. For blush, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Blush in Grateful, taking a little bit in the back of my hand. And as you can see, it's extremely pigmented, so you don't need much. When you have texture, liquid and cream products are your best friends. They flow smoothly on your skin and give you that more skin-like finish than using powder products. But at the same time, we don't want it to move or crease. So I'm taking some powder. This is the translucent powder from one size, and I'm going to dust off the excess and only set in areas where I'm pretty sure it's going to either move or crease or where I'll sweat. That way you're not mattifying and drying out the entire face. Instead, you're only setting in certain areas to prevent the makeup from creasing. And for the rest of the face, I'm going to be using a setting spray on a sponge. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm going to gently press that sponge all over my face to set the makeup. While this is going to absorb the excess product that's on your face, it's also going to lock in your makeup. And that will not allow it to move or crease, and it becomes long lasting. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Precisely My Brow from Benefit in the shade 4.5. If you haven't used this before, it's a micro tip brow pencil, meaning it has a very slim tip. And that makes it very easy to draw those fine hair-like strokes. If you like those natural-looking brows, you will love this product. It's also very pigmented as opposed to many of the other fine-tip brow pencils. So I'm going to very lightly fill in the sparse areas in my brows using this pencil. Lately, I've also been adding a couple of strokes of hair in the inner part of my brows. I kind of seem to like that look, so for the time being, I'm just going to add it. Using a little bit of concealer, I'm going to clean up underneath the brows. What do I mean by clean up? Just evening out the skin tone and keeping it ready for the eyeshadows. Today, I'm going to be using the Lancome Hypnose palette. I'm going to start with this lighter brown shade. With a blending brush, I'm going to softly blend it in the outer crease, warming up everything. While blending, I also like to push the eyeshadow outward and upward. That way, it visually makes it look like your eyes are elongated. So if you like that look, try to contour your eye by pushing the base eyeshadow outward and upward. And then I'm going to be using this deeper shade of brown. I'm going to deepen the outer corner again by softly blending it out with the blending brush. That's going to add depth to the eye itself, giving it more dimension. Then using this lighter ivory shade with a flat shading brush, I'm going to create a soft cut crease. This eyeshadow has small pearls, giving it that beautiful sheen. So it's going to attract more light towards your eye, making your lid appear bigger and brighter. In my lower lash line, I'm going to first smoke out that lighter brown eyeshadow using a small, flat, fluffy brush. That'll help to warm up the area before I deepen the lower lash line with the deeper shade of brown using a small smudging brush. I'm going to use it all the way from the outer to the inner corner. Using the Tartist pencil, I'm going to tightline before I finish up by curling my lashes and applying a coat of mascara, for which I'm going to be using the Level Up Mascara by Colourpop. And for lashes, I'm going to be using the Tati Lashes in Rich AF. If you've followed me for some time, you know that I like lashes that wing out because I like that elongated look. Here's the completed eye makeup look, and this is my go-to look for most of the time because it looks so subtle, classy, and elegant. Now for the rest of the face, I'm going to first start with an eyebrow pencil on my lips, and yes, you heard that right. I like to use a fine tip eyebrow pencil as a lip liner because while the lip liners are creamy, they can also bleed in the edges, not giving that sharp look. Instead, brow pencils are a lot easier to draw finer lines in the borders and they don't bleed. And then for lipstick, I'm using this beautiful matte lipstick from Bare Minerals in the shade Determined. This is such a stunning shade and perfect for a soft glam look like this. Over this, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals gloss in the shade Warmth. Bare Mineral glosses are absolutely fantastic. They are so comfortable on the lips and they look fantastic. At the end, I always like to take a little bit of concealer and clean up the edges. There's something about doing this that gives a very clean look at the end. I'm sure many of you already do this, but if you don't, give it a try and you will love it. And here is the completed look. I hope you got to learn a few things from this video about creating soft glam on textured skin. If you have any questions for me, let me know in comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. If you try any of my techniques, please don't forget to tag me. My socials are listed in the description box below, where I'll also start doing giveaways, so make sure you're following me there. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.